Mythic Legion's Attlus the Conqueror was banished by the army of Lysias after renouncing his claim to lead those very soldiers. His younger brother, Attila, was chosen to lead the army, while Attlus roamed the wastelands of Mythos, forming a battalion of his own. The noble bear, as Attlus is known, trained his band of outcasts and renegades to defend their home against the rising tide of evil forces, poisoning their land. So this guy is a good guy. I think he goes really well with Fisto back there because of the armored arm there, even though it's on a different side. And he is, again, like that He-Man lookalike that Mythic Legions tried to do. But I think he does go along well with the Masters of the Universe. So first, looking at Attlus accessories, let's take a look at his little dagger that he comes with. And this nice little dagger has that short sword type little blade with a black hilt and handle with a little bit of silver accent around the butt of that blade. Really nice little dagger that he comes with. And then second of all, he comes with a long sword, not the longest sword we've seen for Mythic Legions, but still a nice silver blade common sword with a black hilt, a long handle. No details or accents given to this beauty, but it is nice and nicely designed. Mythic Legions always do a good job with their swords. And then our Attlus does come with this really nice one-bladed axe, which has some green highlights as well as some bronze and goldish highlights with a black handle. Some really nice details. You can also snap this part off, which I'm assuming other weapons can snap on to the top there if you desire. But also another handy thing is you can snap off that little green point and snap on another blade, and now you have a two-bladed axe that he can wield, which is really cool looking, really nice, with the same bronze and gold accent. So a two-bladed axe now when you snap off that end. So you can have that one-ended, one-bladed axe or two-bladed axe. So this is really the highlight, I would say, of his accessories, is this really nice axe. And then Attlus also comes with the typical Mythic Legion back accessories, where this can plug into his back to be able to hold certain instruments. And then this little leather type shoulder wrap or belt or shoulder strap that would allow him to hold that sword if you wanted him to. But he does have those pauldrons on, those huge pauldrons on that I have snapped onto the back, so I think he looks good with those. And you can definitely see how that accents his armor, gives him some thickness. He's a pretty big guy, but without those, he kind of almost looks small or narrow in the shoulders. But I like those pauldrons, gives him plenty of room there. That way he kind of competes with the likes of Fisto back there, the broad, muscular form. But let's just take a look at our Attlus very quickly without those pauldrons, kind of see what I mean there. He does, and we'll do that to be able to look at his articulation. Mythic Legions are not impressive with their articulation. He can go side to side. He cannot go up at all because of his hair, that really thick hair. He can't go down at all because of these little ponytail, little things on the front here, the little braided hair pieces on the front. But he has really nice detail in that beard. Just excellent detail all around with that beard and that scar that goes over his eye that took out his eye. So his right eye is blinded by that whatever battle that he was in. The veins that run through his chest and his bicep and his shoulders and his forearms there is very impressive. This is the bare arm over here, and then this is that armored arm over here, almost a mechanical looking armored arm throughout, which again is kind of reminiscent of your Fisto, if you will, here, without the size, of course. The girth of that fist is not there, of course, but you still just have that armored look that kind of just gives you that impression. No butterfly joint. He's only able to go up about that high, He does not have a bicep swivel. You can go all the way around with that. He does have a elbow swivel, single jointed elbow, swivel at the gauntlet there, as well as swivel at the hinge, swivel at the wrist and hinge at the wrist. He does not have an ab crunch in his torso or rib cage or ball joint, but he does have a waist swivel that also will bend. It's kind of like a ball joint. You can pop those off and swap out, you know, the upper torso of these guys with other Mythic Legions. It's got this really thick and nice detailed belt and loincloth, furry loincloth with these leather tassels with metal rivets going throughout, which really looks nice. They gave a lot of attention to detail to this guy's armor and waist dressing. Almost looks like that he's been hunting and wearing some skins, and maybe some of it even still has some blood on it. You see that muscular back? There's where you can plug in some of these devices here to hold different accessories, or strap this on so you could put that sword. If you wanted to put that around him, you could put that sword through there if you wanted to put that on. But he is going to be able to turn side to side. He's not going to get much on that way, but he'll be able to, you know, bend over some. Not very impressive again when it comes to Mythic Legion's articulation. Legs are a little different. He can get splits all the way. He has nice thigh rotation, single jointed knees, but it gets the job done there. He also has swivel at the knee and at the thigh there and at the boot. He can go up a good ways with that boot, almost tiptoes, and Mythic Legions do have excellent rockers. He does have the hole at the bottom of his feet for pegs, and pretty much that is about it when it comes to this guy's articulation. Very limited, but you can get still some pretty good poses. Not quite as good articulation as Masters of the Universe figures, but still he fits in line perfectly with this group of masters, I believe. So Attlus is a good guy, and he is also known as the Noble Bear. So he's a hunter. I think he would be one that you'd want to take along with you if you're after a shadow beast, or if you find yourself having to fight a shadow beast. This is the guy you'd want to bring along, I do believe. I believe He-Man and him will go well together. And we'll check that out in some of the photos. But there is our Attlus. There's how Attlus measures up beside He-Man. They look excellent together, especially, I believe, with our battle armor He-Man here. I think that looks really good together. Attlus with his huge double-bladed axe. He-Man with a power sword. They're ready to go into battle against Skeletor and Lord Zed.